If you have a college-bound senior at home, this video is for you. Senior year is such a strange year. It's exciting, it's emotional, it's busy, it's full of big moments, and it can also be surprisingly easy to misunderstand. Because when most parents think about senior year, they think about one thing: college applications. And yes, of course, that's part of it, a big part. But senior year is not just about getting in, it's also about finishing well. It's about helping your teen manage a complicated year without losing momentum, without checking out too early, without becoming so overwhelmed by the future that they stop handling the present. That is the tension of senior year. Seniors are still in high school, but mentally, emotionally, and socially, they're already starting to lean towards what comes next. And that creates a lot of mixed energy. Some seniors become more motivated because the future feels close, but some become more anxious. Some lose focus. Some seem oddly tired. Some look fine on the outside, but are carrying a lot internally. So if freshman year is the foundation year, and sophomore year is the strengthening year, and junior year is the pressure year, senior year is the transition year. This is the year where your teen is trying to finish one chapter while also beginning to imagine the next one. And that means parents need to support them a little differently. A quick note: if you want a clear plan on all 4 years of high school, I created a free guide called The High School Roadmap Every Parent Needs to Succeed. It gives you a simple year-by-year roadmap for what to focus on from freshman year to senior year, so you're not trying to figure it all out as you go. So if you want that, just click the link below and download it. So if you're parenting a college-bound senior, here is what I think you should focus on. First, understand that senior year is not over at the beginning. That sounds obvious, but a lot of teens don't live like it's obvious. Once applications are submitted, or once they start hearing from colleges, some students mentally leave high school early. Their effort drops, their routines loosen, their sense of urgency fades. They start acting like the important part is done. And that is where parents need to be careful, because senior year still matters. Grades still matter. Behavior still matters. Follow-through still matters. How your teen handles commitment still matters. This is not the year to completely fall apart after the first semester. And it also is not the year for parents to assume their teen can coast just because they have made it this far. One of the most important messages for seniors is this: you still need to finish strong. Not perfectly, not fearfully, but responsibly, because how a teen ends high school matters too. Second, help your teen manage the application process without making the household miserable. This is such a big one for many families. Senior year becomes emotionally exhausting, not just because of the workload, but because of the constant pressure around applications, deadlines, essays, recommendations, test scores, portals, scholarships, decisions, comparisons, uncertainty. That is a lot. What often happens is that the whole family starts living inside the stress of the process. Every conversation becomes about college. Every silence feels loaded. Every deadline feels urgent. Every delay feels dangerous. And that can make senior year much harder than it needs to be. So yes, parents absolutely need to help create structure around the application process. Know the deadlines. Keep a calendar. Help your teen break things down. Make sure important pieces are not slipping through the cracks. But emotionally, I would really encourage parents to stay grounded. Your teen needs support. They need reminders when appropriate. They need help organizing a complicated process. What they do not need is a household full of panic energy. Third, remember that college application process is not just logistical, it's emotional. I think parents sometimes miss this. Even highly capable college-bound seniors can feel vulnerable during this year. They are being asked to make big choices. They are comparing themselves to peers. They're waiting for responses that feel deeply personal. They're thinking about leaving home, growing up, entering a new phase of life. That stirs up a lot. Some teens become irritable. Some teens become withdrawn. Some become perfectionistic. Some procrastinate because the process feels so loaded. Some act casual when they are actually very worried. So part of supporting a senior well is recognizing that senior year is not just about productivity. It's also about identity. It's about uncertainty. It's about hope. It's about fear. It's about growing up. And when parents understand that, they're more likely to respond with perspective instead of just pressure. Fourth, do not let senioritis become an excuse for complete disengagement. Now, to be fair, by senior year, many students are tired. They've been going hard for a long time. They may feel burnt out. They may feel emotionally done before the year is actually over. I get that. But there is a difference between being tired and being checked out. And I think parents need to hold that line. Because if a teen starts skipping responsibilities, blowing off deadlines, showing up late, doing the bare minimum in everything, or developing a pattern of indifference, that is not something that I would just laugh off. That is something I would address. Senior year should have more breathing room where appropriate. It should have meaningful moments. It should be hopeful. It should not become a free-for-all. Teens still need structure. They still need expectations. They still need accountability. And honestly, learning how to stay engaged, even when motivation dips, is a life skill. That matters in college too. Fifth, shift more ownership to your teen because senior year should not be run entirely by the parent. This is a really important point. If your senior is college bound, then by senior year, they should be carrying more or most of their own life. They should increasingly be the ones checking email, checking the portals, following up on deadlines, tracking tasks, communicating when needed, handling school responsibilities, managing the pieces of the college process, not because parents stop caring, but because the whole point is readiness. And readiness is not just being accepted somewhere. Readiness is being able to function with more independence. So yes, I think parents should absolutely provide oversight. Senior year still benefits from structure. It still benefits from parent awareness. It still benefits from support. But if the parent is doing all the checking, all the tracking, all the emailing, all the planning, and all the emotional regulation, then the teen may be arriving at college with an acceptance letter, but without enough independence. And that is a big problem. Sixth, keep an eye on everyday life skills, not just academic success. This is one of the most overlooked parts of senior year. Parents spend so much time thinking about applications and decisions that they forget to ask a very practical question. Can my teen actually manage daily life with less support? Can they wake themselves up? Can they keep track of appointments? Can they communicate respectfully with adults? Can they manage deadlines without someone standing over them? Can they do basic laundry, manage basic routines, handle simple problems, and recover when something goes wrong? Because college readiness is not just academic readiness, it's also life readiness. And senior year is a great time to notice the gaps without shame, without panic, and without pretending that they will magically disappear later. If your teen still needs growth in these areas, that does not mean something's gone wrong. It just means that this is the year to practice. Seventh, be thoughtful about the balance between support and control. This is delicate in senior year because parents know the stakes feel real. They know deadlines matter. They know the window is short. So it can be tempting to tighten your grip, to monitor more, to lecture more, to take over more, to react faster, to push harder. But if you do too much of that, senior year can become a power struggle, and that usually does not help. What tends to work better is clear structure with calm expectations. Be available, be informed, be involved, but try not to make every interaction feel like an audit. Try to leave room for your teen to think, respond, and carry more of the process themselves. The goal is not to control your teen into adulthood. The goal is to guide them towards it. Eighth, help your teen handle decisions with perspective. This part can get emotionally intense. Some teens get into a school they really wanted. Some do not. Some feel torn between options. Some feel disappointed. Some compare themselves to friends. Some attach a huge amount of meaning to where they are accepted. And parents can get pulled into that very quickly. So one of the best things that you can do during decision season is stay steady. Celebrate good news. Acknowledge disappointment honestly. Leave room for feelings, but keep perspective. A college decision is important. It is not a verdict on your teen's worth. It is not proof that they are more or less capable than someone else. It's not a final answer of who they will become. And teens need adults around them who truly believe that. because a lot of seniors are walking through this season feeling more fragile than they look. Ninth, senior year is also about helping your teens separate in a healthy way. This is where things get emotional for parents too, because for many families, senior year is not only about college, it's about change. Your teen is becoming more independent. Their world is expanding and your role is shifting. The relationship is evolving, and that can bring up a lot. Pride, sadness, worry, excitement, grief, hope, sometimes all in the same week. So I think part of senior year parenting is allowing that transition to happen without holding on so tightly that it creates unnecessary tension. Your teen still needs you very much, but they need you a little differently now. They need a parent who can stay connected without controlling everything, a parent who can stay supportive without panicking, a parent who can help move forward without making them feel guilty for growing up. And that matters a lot. And finally, remember this: senior year is not just about college acceptance. It's about helping your teen leave high school with as much maturity, steadiness, responsibility, and self-understanding as possible. That is the real goal, not just getting them across the finish line, helping them become more ready for what comes next, ready to manage themselves more, ready to handle disappointment, ready to follow through, ready to solve problems, ready to ask for help, ready to live with a little more ownership. That is what I would want parents to keep in mind all year long. Yes, applications matter. Yes, decisions matter. Yes, the future matters, but who your teen is becoming matters too. And senior year is one of the last big chances to support that growth while they're still at home. So if you're parenting a college-bound teen, focus on helping your teen finish with integrity, move through that college process with support, and step into the next chapter with growing independence. Keep the expectations clear. Keep the structure steady. Keep the perspective strong. Keep the relationship intact, because the goal is not just that your teen gets into college. The goal is for them to leave high school more ready for life. That is what really matters. And if this video helped, make sure you download my free guide, The High School Roadmap Every Parent Needs to Succeed. It's linked below, and this gives you a simple year-by-year roadmap of what to focus on through all 4 years of high school. And this is actually the 4th video in a series of 4 videos on what parents need to know every year of high school. So whether your teen is a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, or a senior, I hope this series has helped you feel more clear, more grounded, and more confident about what matters most at each stage. And of course, it would really help this channel be seen by more parents if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot. Finally, if there's a topic that you'd like me to talk about, please write it in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.